Hey keto friends, I just wanted to come on quickly before I head out the door for the day to talk a little bit about your journey and the beginning of your journey, and how I just wanted to remind you all that the beginning of starting something new is never easy. Like, there's a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome, no matter what it is. And especially when it comes to changing your lifestyle and changing your diet. So think about how you got to where you are now. It took you time to gain the weight. Like, it didn't happen overnight. It was however long of, either bad choices or whatever it was. I know for me, I've been doing this now. And when I say doing this, I mean like, healthy eating, losing weight, up, down, since I was a senior in high school. That's when I became my heaviest. So instead of your freshman 15, I gained a lot of weight at the end of high school. And then when I was a freshman in college, I began to start to lose the weight and learn more about healthy eating and exercise and stuff like that. So we're talking oh my God, 13 years ago, 14 years ago. Oh, I don't like to say that. Anyway, so I've been doing this for a while. I have fully convinced myself, because I know it's true, that this is a journey. It's not a destination. It took me years to lose the weight, and then I had my first baby. Then it took me a year, which is really not that bad, to lose the weight from that pregnancy. And then I was definitely at my smallest. We were eating very good, very wholesome foods. And then I got pregnant with my second. And then that was just that. That was boom, that's it. That's what kind of broke me for a little bit. Gained a lot of weight. It was really hard to stay healthy with having a toddler, not feeling well. And it just so happened, very oddly, because this is not the norm, that during that time in the beginning of my pregnancy, my husband and his company were working at a job downstate. So it was 2-3 months that he was only home on the weekend. So it was literally whatever survival mode, whatever I could do. And then I just gained all kinds of weight. And then it was summer. And yeah, so I don't enjoy being pregnant. To those of you that do, I wish I could feel that way. But it's, I always said I would have another baby if you could just give it to me. I would consider having a third, but I need a surrogate for that one. No, in all kidding aside, I'm very happy with my girls, and we're at a place where we're starting to do more, and there's a lot more to that. But anyway, back to my weight loss journey. So 18 months went by. I told myself, it'll be the same year, a year on, year off. She was 12 months. I was just as big. I had only lost 10 pounds. I was battling 10 pounds up, down, since she was born. And I was exercising, doing all kinds of different videos. My husband was doing it with me. I was putting in the work. I was eating healthy, but then I was so hungry. So hungry. I remember being so hungry. And I was following all these different programs, and I would go through cycles, vicious cycles, where I would use my containers for 3 weeks at a time and maybe lose 10 pounds, maybe. And then all of a sudden I was like, I can't do this. And then I would binge. Boom, there goes the 10 back again. So I spent 18 months like that. That winter was really, really tough. I felt like this is it. It's never, I know I've done it before, but it's not happening. It's just not happening. I'm older now. I can't do this. And then along came keto, and of course ketones. And so I was tried it all. Might as well. I'll try this. What do I have to lose? Yeah, costs money, but whatever, as far as the ketones go, what do I have to lose, right? So I jumped in head first, but super skeptical. And here I am. My daughter just turned 2 in September. And from when I started it till now, I've lost over 30 pounds. I think I'm at like 35-ish now. Gone down several pant sizes, and it's even hard for me to say what kind of pant sizes because I absolutely lived in leggings. Hey, Kayla. I lived in leggings for the first year and a half. And I'm not even joking. Leggings every single day. I did not wear a pair of pants. I did not buy any extra pants. I wore leggings every single day. I just did whatever I could to dress it up. Luckily for me, that's when LuLaRoe was exploding, so it worked out. Maybe it didn't work out that much in my favor because I felt a little comfortable, but I don't know. I know since I've started, I'm definitely down 2 to 4 pant sizes. But anyway, so it's not just about that. As those of you who are doing keto or taking ketones, the energy is so much better. The way that I'm feeling is better. My mood is better. That's not to say I don't have bad days. I have seasonal affective disorder. I can say that. I don't have a problem with saying that. I'm not embarrassed to say that. This time of year is the worst for me. But what I've noticed is that my mental clarity is so much better that I'm able to make better choices. So even though I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to get dressed, I don't want to do anything, I fight with myself and push myself to get up off the couch. I push myself to do something. For example, last weekend, one of my best friends always has a Halloween party, and I was like, I'm not going. And I never really go because this time of year is so hard for me, and I don't like to get out of the house. I love summer, but when it comes to this time of the year, I have to take vitamin D, which of course I just reminded myself yesterday, why aren't you taking your vitamin D? So I started that again. But anyway, so I pushed myself. I went out of my comfort zone. I feel like that is something that has really, really helped me with keto and ketones because of the mental clarity. Before it would just be whatever, I'm not doing this. It is what it is. I'm not doing it. But I'm feeling and in the energy, after I do drink my ketones, I do feel a burst of energy, and it's sustained, for most of the day. And I still kind of get those ups and downs, oh my God, I don't feel like doing this. Or at the end of the day, I just kind of want to lay in bed and I don't want anything. And my husband's amazing for that. He helps pick up the pieces when he sees that I'm struggling with that. But either way, even though I'm still going to feel those things, I'm still going to experience some of those symptoms because it's a real thing. And Kayla, you said you struggle with it too. It's a real thing, but the way that I'm approaching it is so much different. And I know that a lot of it is because of this. I also know that some of it is because since I have joined this absolutely amazing company, it has pushed me to be a better person. It has pushed me to do a lot more self-development. I do this book every day, and it's absolutely amazing. I listen to inspirational podcasts. For those of you who don't know about podcasts, like I didn't just too long ago, I felt like I was living under a rock. Rachel Hollis, I'm doing The Rise and The Rise Together. So The Rise is about self-development, and The Rise Together is about your relationship. So my husband and I are both listening to The Rise Together. It has taken time though. Like it didn't happen. That's my whole point. It didn't happen overnight. Like I have had ups and downs. It's taken me time to get to where I'm at, and I still have ups and downs. There are still things that that I struggle with, or I still get stuck in a plateau. So it's not going to happen right away, but you have to trust in the process. And the one thing that I've learned about the ketogenic diet is that sugar and carbs really are like the devil. We are so addicted to carbs and sugar, and what it has shown me is how that really makes me feel. One of the things is, if I do have like a cheat, if there, you know, I try really hard not to, but if there's something that I do cheat on, and I do allow myself to do certain things, but when I'm kind of coming off of that, I notice my mood is not the greatest. And I know there's a link between food and behaviors. I'm a social worker. I know that. I've seen it in my own experience. I've seen it with family. I know there's a link to that. We know that. We know that the healthier we eat, the more we're doing, the better that we feel overall. But even with any other diet or food, lifestyle, whatever that I've done, I've never felt so focused. I've never had this kind of mental clarity, and I know that it's because of the carbs and the sugar. So give yourself time. A lot of you are new and you're like, I'm not losing weight, I'm not losing inches. Yes, right away I did. I lost like boom right away, but then it kind of slows down and then it picks back up. That whoosh effects happen, and I've had some people ask me about that. I noticed that within after the 2 weeks of starting, I stalled, and then it took me a couple weeks, and then I had the whoosh effect again. And then it seems like after a month, it's like a cycle. That's kind of how it seems to happen, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you know, the scale hasn't moved, but wow, I just put on a pair of pants I couldn't fit in. And then within time, the scale's gonna move. Like, it's checks and balances. It's gonna work out. Kayla, let's talk. Because you can do it. I know you're capable of doing it. I didn't think last year was awful for me. I didn't think I had it in me. But here I am, one day at a time, and I'm still working on my journey. That's the biggest thing too. Like, I'm still working on my journey. This is what's working for me, and that's why I love doing this with all of you. I know a lot of you come to me. I have educated myself a lot. I have done everything I can, and that's how I am. I do a lot of research. I want to make sure. I overthink things. That's part of my anxiety, but I want to make sure that I am doing the right thing for myself before I do it. And so that's where I get a lot of that information from. But just know that I'm doing it with you guys too. So I still have struggles. There's still things that I don't know about. There's still things that I'm learning. I am lazy keto a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm dirty keto. So I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just me. Like, I'm just real. I'm just a mom of 2 kids who did suffer with postpartum, who does, struggle with seasonal affective, who struggled with her weight for the last 10 to 12 years. That's just who I am. And I'm doing this with you guys. I just want to do this all with you guys. So thank you very much, Kayla. I feel great. I still, believe it or not, I still have 30 pounds to go to get to where I want to be and where I was the healthiest in my life. So I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. But I do feel amazing. I feel absolutely amazing. So those of you who are starting, please don't give up. Please, when you're struggling, reach out to me. Let's talk. Like, that's what I need that. I need someone to talk to when I'm having a hard time. I'm very fortunate that my husband is amazing and he's super supportive, but I also have an online tribe too, especially since I have been in this Prove It community. So reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's talk about your macros. Like, I'll do whatever I can. I might not always have the answers, but I'll help you find them. So don't give up. You can do this. If I can do it, you can do this. One day at a time. Have a great day.